random pop-up Wednesday live. Keep wanting to say Thursday, but it's not Thursday. It is Wednesday. But yeah, I hope everyone out there is having a good day. Just figured I'd pop on for a little bit and say what up. Mr. Mouse, how you doing, brother man? Hope you're doing well. Having a good day. Yeah, just a random little pop-up live. Got the Benchmade on me today. Been carrying the bug out a lot, but rightfully so. I love this movie. Right on. Yeah, I've seen he was forging, man. Somebody had recommended that I should interview him. I might have to reach out and see what's up. Clint Crosby, what up, Joe? Hope you're doing well, brother. Just doing a random little Thursday pop-up, or Wednesday pop-up. I keep wanting to say Thursday, I don't know why. But no, Wednesday. It's Wednesday, not Thursday. But yeah, I've been carrying my bug out a lot. I really like this knife. Yeah, Mr. Mouse, actually, someone said, I believe Robin said I should reach out to him and interview him. That would make a good interview. And that would be really cool. I really like interviewing people in the knife community, giving their story, you know. I think it's really cool, for sure. It's a good time. Got a bunch of stuff out on the table. Yeah, I want to watch a little bit more of his content, get a little bit more familiar before I just reach out and ask him. But I definitely will when the time's right. Sometimes you gotta grow those relationships a little bit first, you know, it's no big deal. Sheila, what up, Joe? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Like I said, random pop-up Wednesday live. Jimmy Crow, what up, Joe? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, just thought I'd go live for a little bit. Dallas, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, it's definitely fun for sure. And by any means, if anyone else has any recommendations for interviews, I'm always like trying to get people. Ray said he would from Everyday City Carry, but I haven't been trying to bug him, so I don't want to be overly bugging him about it and then him get upset and not want to do it. So like, I'm leaving that one on the back burner for maybe later, you know, and then I'll bug him about it again. But also, you know, it's hard. Everyone has like families and other things other than, you know, YouTube, so it can definitely be hard to find time for everybody. But either way, all the interviews, man, I'll tell you, I'm super grateful for. A lot of fun to have conversations with people inside the community. You know what else? I was watching Weldon Carey's video of him like doing the kind of day in the lifestyle video. That was sweet, dude. I really like to see stuff like that. That's really cool content. Huge shout out to him. I saw he just hit 9K, so that's what's up. Another one of my favorite Benchmades in my collection. Udira and MagnaCut. Yeah, just a random Wednesday pop-up live. Middle of the week. Usually one of my homies always hits me up, but it's been a quiet week, so, you know, thought I'd just jump on and go live for a little bit. And then I got one of my favorite microtugs out. One of the ones that got me into collecting. This thing has been through the ringer. Turn down the music. Right on. Probably should just get closer to the mic, but I can do that, I think. Let's see. Definitely. Switch to music, I don't know. Is that a little better maybe? Mo Patty, what up? Hope you're doing well, having a good one. How can I turn that music down? What we can do is go here, and I can just... I was trying to find something that's like softer. Doesn't allow you to control the levels of the background music. So we're just gonna kill the background music. I have to figure out a way to have it not play back into the microphone. I'll figure it out one way or another. I guess I could just turn the volume down. That would obviously work. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna run it. Let's see. We'll do this. How's that? Is that way better? Not too over cumbersome with the music, but still hearable, and you can still hear me in comparison. I'm messing with StreamYard, so I haven't like mastered all the stuff of it yet, so I appreciate you guys. Just go like that. We'll just kill the background music. There we go. Background music has been killed. No big deal. But yeah, this bad boy right here, man. This has seen better days. But I carried this thing every day religiously for like 5 years. Still fires strong. LMAX. Oh yeah, get some strikes. Get some strikes in Nintendo Bowling. I love that game. We've been playing Nintendo Bowling and like basketball with the kids and the golf. It's so much fun. It's like the old Wii Sports, but for the Switch. But I love this thing, man. LMAX Blade Steel. It's definitely seen some better days. Neil McKenzie, what up, though? Hope you're doing well, brother. Thank you for stopping by. Oh yeah, Mr. Mouse, totally. It's such a great game for the family. You can play with the kids, and you know what I mean. The whole fam can get down, even grandma. I don't have any mods for the bug out yet, but I don't know. I was thinking maybe I could take all the black hardware and make it that orange that the barrel spacer and the thumb stud is. I think that would be dope. But nothing planned as of yet. Maybe pick some scales up. Yeah, the Wii's awesome, Mr. Mouse. Great system for the fam to get down on. I haven't stopped carrying my bug out or my shaman. I've been flipping back and forth pretty much since Christmas. I carried the Devo Growler XL a few times. Yeah, Mr. Mouse, and I see a lot of sweet ones too, you know what I mean? That's like one of the cool things about the Bug Out is all the different customizing options, man. Whether it be scales or whatever, you know. A lot of good stuff out there. Oh man, I don't even know. I would probably maybe even just leave them for now and put those orange screws in to match the thumb stud in the barrel spacer. I don't know, something like that. Something simple. Tegan, what up, Joe? Thanks for stopping by. Just hopped on a random live, and then this bad boy is really fun. Kaiser Sheepdog. I love this thing. When I fixed it, I'm doiled the bearings, and it's just butter. Yeah, that thing's fun to play with. For sure. And the denim is sick too. Just gotta put some wax on there or something to like seal it better. Hope you're having a good night, Tegan. Thanks for stopping by, man. Just pulled some random knives out tonight. Burning Stables Forge, what up, man? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. I might have to bug you, Burning Stables Forge, for an interview here soon. I had a few recommendations that I should bug you about an interview, so yeah, I might do that in the near future here. Ooh, that's what's up, Mopatty. That sounds fun. What flavor did you get? Did you get a purple one? Mopatty purple? But yeah, that's like one of the consistent complaints I hear about the MSI is that a lot of people just think it's too big. So heck yeah, Tegan. Heck yeah, Burning Stables Forge. I will definitely do that for sure. Check over the schedule and then I'll reach out and you can let me know what works best for you. I'm a pretty open book for the most part. Especially when it's not cheerleading season. If it's not cheerleading season, I got much more flexibility. During cheerleading season, then it's like a madhouse. A lot of comings and goings. Titanium Justin, what up, Doe? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, you gotta let us know, Mopatty, how you like it. That's what's up. That'll be dope. For sure, Burning Stables Forge sounds good. I'm excited. For sure. That will be fun. I love doing interviews and having conversations, especially with people in the knife community. It's so much fun. Henry G, what up, brother? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Yeah, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was Tegan who was showing me something he won from you guys, Burning Stables Forge. And he said, I believe it was like a boot knife. You won that from them, right, Tegan? That was a cool piece. But yeah, random Wednesday pop up. I keep wanting to say Thursday. But that's tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Today's Wednesday. And I gotta take the trash out, guys. Don't let me forget. Trash night. The Launch 3. I love this thing. This thing fires hard. And it's super, super lightweight. I gotta do a video on it. 147 layer Damascus. That's what's up. Heck yeah, Burning Stables Forge. Yeah, he was super geeked when he got that one. That was a cool one. I like that one a lot. Believe it or not, this actually was my first USA Kershaw in my collection. I got to check some other ones out, but this is the first one in my collection. Ground Fog, what up, though? Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you, brother. 154, is that what this is? Yeah, CPM 154. I love it. Never had a side auto go off accidentally either. I know a lot of people say they don't like it because of that reason, but never had one go off in my pocket on accident. Knock on wood, you know what I mean? But hey. But as I gotten older, I've moved away from them for sure and gotten more into manual. Something about just a good flick, you know? I don't know. Just satisfying. Yeah, straight up taken, same. And like I said, I know a lot of people say that's why they don't like to carry them, but, you know, I respect it. You can't carry something you're not comfortable with, you know? No good in that. But also, you know, same thing. I wouldn't carry a single action OTF. Those things terrify me. I don't have one in the collection either. Not that I wouldn't or whatever, you know what I mean? It's just not one I'm like rushing out to add to the collection because that's like a super intense mechanism. A lot could go wrong, you know? Yeah, that's what it really is, Tegan. You don't want your homie to drop it across the shop floor, because I've had that happen for sure. After warning people too, you know. But that's okay. Live and learn. Live and learn. But yeah, I hope everyone's staying warm where you guys are at. Supposed to get a little break, but man, shoveling snow, it is not the most fun time. But, you know, what can you do? Weather be like that sometimes. But, you know, gotten used to it. I'm getting a snowblower for next year. I have to. Even if I get a used one or something. I got to. It's too much. Too much work. S30V Shaman. I love this thing. You gotta get your CME for your compression locks. They're fun. Super glad I got that. Georgia walked outside to just 30-degree weather and some rain. Right on. That's not so bad. It's when it freezes, you know. That's when it really sucks. Excuse me. Up here what stinks is when the snow starts to melt, right? And then it gets cold again and it freezes and it snows again over top of all that. And then you don't know where it's at and it's just icy everywhere. Then it gets like randomly dangerous. But yeah, Michigan weather, I don't know. Up north, man, they've been getting up north and in Wisconsin and like, you know, they get the crazy snow. It's not like that down here. But where some spots in Michigan up north by like the lakes and the border by the UP gets like gnarly. Get like 10 feet of snow and shit. Cliff, what up, though? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you, brother. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't get like that down here where I live, though. But up north it does for sure. Seen people snowed in several times, you know. The Wedding Ultratech. But yeah, Random Wednesday pop-up live. I appreciate y'all for joining me and hanging out. I know Kodiak's going on at 9, so I'll probably be off before 9. Gotta watch me some more episodes of the Holiday Baking Championship. I love that dang show. Me and the wife be watching the older seasons. What's going on, Cliff, brother, man? Hope you're doing well. Right on, dude. It was meant to be. You were meant to come hang out for a minute then, I guess, brother. But yeah, like I said, just random pop-up live. And also, I'm still trying to get used to, like, the camera setup and everything and, like, you know, how to flip stuff and play with stuff on this setup. How to, like, best set everything up, you know. Trial and error. Trial and error. But yeah, I gotta figure out how to stop the music playback or not have my mic pick it up. That I don't know. That I gotta mess with. Heck yeah. Yeah, Tegan, I really like it. I was telling Justin this earlier today. I was saying that so basically I accidentally ended up paying for StreamYard for a year, so whatever. I got a year of StreamYard now. So I'm gonna use it, you know what I mean? Wasn't intending to pay for it, but you know, it happens sometimes. If I paid for it, I might as well get my use out of it, you know? But yeah, me too, Tegan. It adds a little zhuzh, right? A little something, something. A little bit of razzmatazz up there. You know, something like that. And then, yeah, messing with, like, the camera setups and stuff like that. Still working on it. I am not a tech guy. Yeah, I was messing with OBS too, Mopatty. I really like OBS. It's pretty good. You know what I mean? I was going back and forth between this and OBS, but the thing that I was struggling with was, and maybe it was just the way I was doing it, from all my research, OBS, you can't host guests, right? So, like, you know how me and Tegan do the show on Tuesday? Like, I needed a way to be able to host a guest and also have a second camera. And that's pretty much why I use StreamYard. But, like, OBS, you can have all, like, the different cameras and stuff. I just don't know how to set things up like that. Robert Jones, what up, Doe? Thank you for stopping by. But it's all a learning curve for me, Mopatty. I'm, like I said, messing with it as I go. So, but I do like OBS Studios as well. I use OBS Studios on Saturday because OBS Studios is easier to have more than 2 cameras. So I go back and forth. But now I'm paying for StreamYard, so I got to figure out StreamYard. Like the ins and outs and everything. Right on, Mopatty. I very much will do that. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's always somebody who knows more, you know what I mean? Can't be afraid to reach out and ask people who know better. Because I am definitely not a freaking tech guy. Laser Ghost Knives. Donnie, what up, Doe? Hope you're doing well, brother man. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you. But yeah, like I said, Random Wednesday Live, so, you know, I hope everyone's doing good. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Yeah, straight up, Mopatty. We get it. We can get it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I always tell people, like, I'm not a tech guy, but I'm figuring it out little by little, you know? Trial and error. But I had, like, a catastrophic, like, computer crash at work today with my work computer. But it was, like, at the office, right? Back in the receiving wing, where it's just me in the corner. And my work computer just, like, totally crashed. And then it restarted itself, and then it was acting all weird. I have, like, a dual monitor system, and the one monitor was totally fine. The other monitor was like doing this crazy glitch reddish hue pattern freak out back and forth. And so I'm like, oh, well, that's really weird. So I closed all my programs, restarted it, made sure it was all good, whatever, restarted it. And then my computer forced itself off and said, found critical errors found, going into like restart mode. And then it shut down, and then it wouldn't turn back on. But also, like, I inherited that work computer from somebody else who inherited it from somebody else. So, like, it's not like it was a brand new state of the art computer that just randomly crashed. It was like a work dog that put some work in and kind of got put out to the pasture. But that's okay. But it just took a while to get that other one up and running. Fred the Lug, what up, though? Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you, brother. But yeah, man, and I tell you, the more I mess with that stuff, the more I learn. So I was trying to help the tech, and we are, of course, our tech people are all remote. So I was like working with the quality guy, and me and him were trying to like figure out how to get the new computer set up. And I'll be honest, I was like, bro, all right, I'm out of my wheelhouse, and they got me switched up pretty good, pretty fast. I was like, all right, cool. Then all the logins and transferring was good, but then it wanted to force my email into a different email, and I was like, I don't know what's going on with that. But then I figured it out. So trial and error makes the best of us. Got one of my classics on the table tonight. Grandpa's Diamond Edge Imperial, made in New York, with the busted tip. Love this thing. Let's see that engraving a little bit. It's kind of hard. But yeah, this thing's sweet. I have like fond memories of my grandpa like using that bad boy. And then the Rosecraft French Broadjack. Love the Wharncliffe on that bad boy. Sick blade shape. But yeah, nothing too crazy out tonight. But yeah. And then my Microtech LUT, the one that got me into it. Still fires hard after being totally abused. Bent pocket clip and all. Man, I tell you, Mr. Mouse, I think that the LUT and the SOCOM are two EDC profiles that I just think are dang near nailed out of the park in terms of like design and all that. And there's so many different versions. The Marfione Select ones with the frag tie, those are sick. The Gen 3s, those are really sick. And then I have my other grandpa's knife, but I didn't bring it down. My fixed blade was my other grandpa's knife. So I think it's really cool that I got one from each of my granddads. Pretty cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, no, and then like I said, I'm not like a super sentimental guy by any means, but it's just really cool to have one from each of my grandpas in my collection that have both seen like well use, One was like camping knife, one was like a whittling / in the pocket all the time knife. Devo Growler XL. I love big chonkers, and this thing is awesome. And it's lightweight for how big it is. But yeah, that's a great knife, great action. Gotta give me a SOCOM RAM lock. That's on the list. I've seen a few different versions, but that's what's up, Cliff. That's dope. Stuff like that's really cool. I remember being young and my dad getting one from his uncle. I talk about it a few times, but it was like an old stainless Gerber that I've never seen before anywhere else. But that thing is sweet. My dad still has it. He was gifted that for a wedding when we were kids or something like that. My uncle gifted it to him. But that thing is sweet. And then my first Benchmade. When my boy stopped at Cabela's, my buddy Casey said that Bass Pro Shop had one the large, the mini, and the fixed blade all in stock. This thing's huge. Yeah, stuff like that. It's like, man, hard to carry or use because it's like you gotta keep it in the case or whatever, you know. Especially if it's like one of the commemorative ones. Those are cool. My sick lanyard with my sick bead. Shout out Robin. Oh. CME on it. I love the Shaman. One of my favorite, if not my favorite, Spydercos. And it's sweet that Sal Glesser designed it, the founder of Spyderco. Man, I don't even remember when that was, you guys. I hate to. Let's see. No, I can't. I was gonna guess, but I don't think I even could tell you guys. But yeah, some of those commemorative and those sentimental pieces, man. That one for sure I'll probably end up like carrying a little bit, using a little bit, because that's one that's like made to be for sure. Oh, one. Okay, right on. Yeah, I was 10. So that's probably why I don't like significantly remember it. And also I was never like super into racing, but a huge tragedy nonetheless. Cliff, he will be back Saturday. He'll be back on Saturday for sure. I think he's stuck at the office right now. He works those long hour days. Yep, Mo Patty, I would have been 10 then when Earnhardt passed. Just turned 10 too. I'm a Valentine's baby. I'll be 35 this year. Shit. Yep. Yeah, and everyone's always like, oh, I don't want to turn 30, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, this is the best years of my life, man. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm not trying to. No, yeah, my grandpa had some for sure. Wyoming Adventures. Definitely had some Dale Earnhardt collectibles. He had some cool pen sets too. Some really cool pen sets I remember growing up. All kinds. But I specifically remember he had a really cool Dale Earnhardt pen set that I always thought was so cool. But yeah. People love that guy, man, for sure. Raise hell, praise Dale. That's right, Robert Jones. Heck yeah. Yeah, and also, like, I feel like he's, like, a way more of a legend and way more prominently of a legend down south than up north. I feel like NASCAR's just not as big up here, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's just not, like, and again, it's just not because I'm not that into it or whatever, so I don't know. But I would say that everyone would probably say he's, like, the best, though, right? The Intimidator, right? I always thought the Grand National was dope. I don't even know if that's what he drove, but made me think of him. S30V bug out. And my Shaman are both in S30V. Putting that one right back in the pocket. I haven't stopped carrying it. Yeah, a lot of people definitely were culturally impacted by that one for sure. But Sheepdog, one from the Metal Complex himself. That one's definitely going to stay in the collection forever. Take it easy, Mr. Mouse. Thanks for stopping by. Chevy, there you go. For sure, for sure. Oh yeah, Monte Carlo, right? Chevy Monte Carlo. That was those, right? Something like that. But yeah, I know a lot of people for sure were into it as well. Gotta be one of those guys that opens. Fold these one hand. These dang traditionals, I can't. Scare me with that walk and talk, man. Don't want to get my fingers got guillotined. D2. The late 80s to 90s, when NASCAR was fun. That's what's up, Robert Jones. I was just a youngin' then. Huh. Rosecraft has a new knife coming out in 14C 28N. That's what's up. Robert Jones, I really like 14C 28N, man. I think 14C is awesome. Great budget steel, man. For sure. Paul Mills, what up, Dale? Thanks for stopping by. Mo Patty, appreciate you. Take it easy. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. We'll see you in the lives. But yeah, not bad for a pop-up live. And the best thing was I sat down and everything worked. So, you know, didn't have to mess with no gear. That's when it's the best. You just sit down and go. Hey, take it easy, Fred. Feel better, brother, man. Get some rest. Get you some homemade soup or something. That'll make you feel better. Chicken noodle soup or something, you know? Veggies or something. That always makes the body feel better. That and some rest, you know? But yeah, wintertime, man. Wintertime. It goes around for sure. It's like, it's the worst when someone gets sick in the house, you know, in winter, and then everybody gets sick in the house one by one. Because you're all indoors together, you know. But it does happen. It does happen. What can you do? But yeah, how you guys liking, you guys got that KC's new knife? Need to pick up a Tempest in my collection for sure. I love this dang knife, man. All the details are just nailed out of the park. Whether it be access to the liner lock, or whether it be jimping. Just all the details, man, nailed out of the park. The choil, pocket clip, super butter. I talk about it all the time, but it's great. Reason for it, I guess, you know. But yeah. And then this one and my Benchmade, man. I can't stop carrying those two either. Especially because they're newer in the collection. But yeah, man, if you guys are looking for an American-made knife, head over to LoneStarKnife.com and use 5969 at checkout. Save yourself 10%. Gotta at least do one little live sales pitch, you know, per live. And even if you don't use my code, still head over there and check their stuff out. LoneStarKnife.com. They got some great stuff. And everything's made in the USA. But if you want to save 10%, you could use my checkout code 5969. So, food for thought, you know, if you're looking for an American-made blade. And they do have a Shaman variant or two in stock right now, I do believe. But I looked 3 days ago, so, you know, don't quote me on that. I didn't look today, so. But yeah, I also love Chris's content over there. He makes some great Instagram videos for sure. And some YouTube shorts and stuff. Everything again, there was an emergency situation and it would be delayed. Uh-oh. Yeah, did you see his videos with all the snow, man? Crazy. Crazy that Texas is getting snow. But yeah, I'm a really big fan of Chris at Lone Star Knife. It was really fun to sit down and talk with him and interview him. Pick his brain. Cool dude. Another one of those guys where it's like you could just sit there and talk for hours and hours. It's like when I reach out to people to do interviews and stuff, it's like I plan for like 45 minutes to like 75 minutes. And then you just never know, man. And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like I'll tell people, you know, if we go longer, no big deal. But if you have something, you got to go, you know, no big deal. But a few times it's just been like, people like to talk, man. And I like to talk. I'm a big talker, dude. So get to talking with people that like to talk. And it's like, next thing you know, that's how it is with me and my good buddy Gabe, man. We'll just talk for hours. Talk about this book. Talk about this movie. Talk about this director. Talk about this actor. Talk about this band, talk about this album, oh, and then it was like referenced in this other thing, and then the never-ending spider web. But also, I like to do that stuff, so you know what I mean. Neurotic to the bone, something like that, right? I remember when I saw this line when it first came out. I was at a gun store, gun range with my buddy. We were going shooting for a bachelor party, and he was like, "Yo, check out these new salt lines of Benchmade." And I was like, "Dang, those are sick." And I was like, "One day," and now I got it. So, heck yeah. Great action too. Still trying to get my like camera angle down to like with what works best, but we'll figure it out one day at a time. One day at a time. But yeah, I'm not gonna be on too much longer. Like I said, I know Kodiak was going on. Wyvern Kodiak, I think, is going on at 9. So I won't probably be on too much longer. Probably pop up in there live for a little bit while also watching the baking championship. Because I do love me some holiday baking championship. It's a great show. Try to catch the lady judge feeding the host. It's really funny. Got my Ultratech. .204p blades too. One thing that I wasn't ready for when I got my first Ultratech was how much pressure and force that it took to deploy the blade. I was like surprised, genuinely surprised. Great knife though. I need to get my Tonto cleaned out so that I can carry that more. But I don't have the tool to take it apart. So I should probably get one of those. But yeah. And this one's been a lot of fun. I haven't carried it much yet, but yeah, if you're looking to get a CME for your compression lock, check out OCD for EDC. They got all the CMEs for the compression lock. And the Shaman one's a little different because it has to have a weird notch cut out of it for that choil right there. That little nubbin. But it works really good and it's a lot of fun to add to the knife. But yeah, I appreciate everyone coming by and hanging out. Like I said, a little pop-up Wednesday live. Thought I'd just go on for a little bit, kick it with some homies, say what up. And then play with some knives, you know? Like the sick Rosecraft French Project. It's definitely a fifth pocket knife. I like to keep that one in the coin pocket. Used it to cut some labels, and it definitely was way slicier than expected. And then the bug out has just kept going back into my pocket. And it's funny because, like, the SOCOM and the MSI are two of, like, my most carried EDC knives. And now I have a bug out. I've been carrying it so much, and it's like, I would say, the opposite of both the SOCOM and the MSI. But I really like it. And also, S30V is really good, so no complaints on that either. So, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Blades for you. What up, though? Hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're having a good night. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Just doing a random Wednesday live. What'd you carry today? Blades for you. MagnaCut Reblade from Brian Kim. That's what's up, Paul Mills. Excuse me. That sounds dope. Yeah, I just see the blank canvas, you know? There's so much you could do. Decisions. Where to go. The possibilities are endless. I'm gonna have to literally follow like some bug out groups just to like get some good ideas on how I want to do it. Tempest Microburst. Hey, how do you like that Tempest Microburst? That's what's up. TPK exclusive mini QSP Penguin, Jig Tie, and M390. That's what's up, dude. I love the QSP Penguin blades for you. I'm a big proponent, and that saying the QSP Penguin is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, budget blade of all time. That and the CJRB Pyrite. Those two are like contenders for the best budget blades ever. I'd throw maybe a Miguron in there, but I don't own one, so I can't speak on it. That's what's up. That is what's up, blades for you. Yeah, I really need to add a Tempest to my collection. Casey's killing it over there. And I really want to support him for sure. And he's killing it, so you know what I mean? Take that TBK exclusive mini Penguin and M390 titanium for $75 on sale. That is a freaking good deal, dude. That's what's up. 64.7 HRC MagnaCut too. Dang, that's what's up. Yeah, so far I really like MagnaCut, dude. You know, I only have one blade in MagnaCut, but I see why everybody's crazy about it. For good reason, you know. But yeah, I had to say I was like a big sucker for M390. Then I got some MagnaCut, Now I like MagnaCut just as much. But then, like, I'm weird, dude, because I also like 14C 28N just as much, and you know what I mean? It all just depends. Because it's performed so good for me, dude. I have it on, probably at least three different blades, and 14C 28N just really performs well for multiple companies too. So you know what I mean. It's hard for me, especially for a budget blade. That's like a really good steal. And then I have a 14C28M from Kubi on titanium, and that's actually a super good performing blade. But yeah, so like I really like MagnaCut as well. But like I said, I only have the one in MagnaCut, but so far so good, and I've used it considerably, so held an edge well. You know, I know that the corrosive resistance will be good, so I can carry it in humid Michigan summers. Yeah, I have 14C from Tenable, and it's really good. I have 14C from Kubi, it's really good. I have 14C from somebody else, and it's really good, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Vosteed. I have a Acorn 14C28N that I really like a lot. Um, but yeah, that performs really good for me. And then 154CM I like a lot as well. No issues with that. Yeah, so I like to try a little bit of everything, you know. I want to try. Man, I'd have to ask Tegan what it was. I want to say Spy 27. Is that what it is? I want to try something from Spyderco that's like a different blade steel than something I have already. So there's a few options I could go with. You know, they do a lot of different blade steels. So, but I have quite a bit. You know, so it's good to add more to the collection. My first USA Kershaw. I love this thing. Fires like a rocket. Launch 3. Blacked out. Love that thing. I think this was my first ever giveaway win. Was from Metal Complex. Was this and a Civivi that I gave my sister. She needed the Civivi for, she said for, what was it? She was like on my trail walks. She's like, I take my boys on walks for the trails all the time. She's like, I want a good little pocket knife, blah, blah. So I gave her that Civivi. And she really liked it. And I had a flipper, so it was easy for her to manipulate. And she wasn't like scared of it, you know. But yeah, you gotta carry what you're comfortable with, you know. MagnaCut. S30B Shaman. Yeah, huge shout out to the wife for that bad boy right there. Huge shout out to Robin for the lanyard and the bead. And huge shout out to OCD for EDC for the CME that I bought. They did not give it to me. I purchased it. And somebody said, have you tried front flipping the shaman? And I was like, what? What did you just say? I was like, oh snap, I can. Which made me really happy. It's a good looking blade. But yeah, I am excited to. I would like to get my hands on a Tempest for sure, but what was it? Yes, lots of good stuff coming. Also, I got a video I'm working on right now. I'm going to do a kind of a review on some guitar strings. I've been playing one brand of guitar strings for like 20 years, and I finally switched to a different brand, and I've been really, really liking them. So I'm going to probably do a video on those guitar strings. That'll be dope. Something a little different. Played GHS boomers for like my whole life. And then I switched to Paradigm strings by Ernie Ball, and I freaking love them. I've been playing them ever since. Boomer 10s. I played Boomer 9s, Neil, forever and ever and ever. And now I play Paradigms. Paradigm 10s. And I really like them. And they're really good strings. Ernie Ball Paradigms. They're great. Great strings. I played boomers my whole life, dude. Until I switched to Paradigms because they were out of Boomer 10s. And wherever I was at the time, the homie was like, we're out of Boomer 10s, but try these. You'll like them. So I was like, alright, fine. And I tried them, and I've been on them ever since. They're really good strings. Heck yeah, blades for you. That sounds delicious. Cheers. Got Dr. Pepper. But yeah. No games on tonight for me, so come hang out with the homies in the live. But I'm about to jump off in a few minutes here. Someone at my local mom and pop restaurant said, can I get some Dr. Pepper? There you go. Heck yeah. You ever see the video of the guy sleeping? It's like passed out. And his old lady pours some Dr. Pepper in his mouth. And he's like, oh, what's that? Dr. Pepper? That's a funny video. That shit made me crack up. The wife showed me that. The wife's always showing me TikToks, you know. I don't have a TikTok, so she's always like, you gotta see this TikTok. And then next thing you know, we're standing in the kitchen for like 11 minutes and she's just showing me TikToks. It do happen. It do happen like that sometimes. You know, some quality husband and wife time. Nah, that's like, you know, modern day relationship stuff. Just real bombing each other every so often. It's like, did you watch those reels I sent you? And it's like, yeah, of course. And then every once in a while I'll look and it'll be like, my wife has sent me like 39. And I'm like, oh, I got some good ones to watch. Okay. You know. Hey, that's how you know you love somebody, right? Something like that. But yeah, I think it's about that time, y'all. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me and kicking it. Hope I wasn't impeding on anybody's time. Heck yeah, go make you some food, dog. Grab yourself a Dr. Pepper. Crack you a Monster. Red Ball. Get you some food. But heck yeah, sounds good, brother man. Take it easy. Take it easy. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate everybody hanging out. I hope everybody has a good Wednesday evening, and I will see y'all around. Later, y'all.